live check spreads for you and your viewers. Choose who can participate. Set delay between messages. Hide or pull people in timeout. Manage message held for review. Add moderators to your channel. Okay. I just read that. I just got a warning about YouTube. Should be using moderation. The only lives I've actually participated in are on some of the reaction channels. Some of those channels do nothing but lives, you know. It seems like a fun idea because this would be a way to build with the community and to spread, just talk about the feature. I mean, this is what I'm here for, is like Lego stuff. What I'm here for is 4-up sets. We all know it, I admit it. What do I like about 4-up sets? Well, is this a bad box or is this a good box? It was a damaged one, I thought. I thought this was damaged. Was it this one? Oh, I'm so funny. Here, I use the good box for the thumbnail. This is busted open. Anyways, what I like about these 4-up sets is a lot of time they introduce figure that you don't normally see. This Yoda's. Now, I did a little quick check on eBay, and these boulders, you can usually get like 8 used ones for like $9 and maybe free shipping or plus shipping. So that's not such a good value. But this character here, this is like $12 to $15 plus shipping on eBay. This good dude here is about $8.99 to $9 plus shipping. One guy's going for like $12, and the Yoda is like a throwaway figure. Don't really see anything else really jumps at me. This clear rod that holds the boulder could be interesting. Anyways, before I crack into that, I just wanted to do a quick short on this. I've been asked many times what my very first Lego set was. 7 Caravelle Chat. It still rolls really well. It is a printed, the tail piece is printed, as well as the windows of the cabins. These are just 2x4 bricks and a bricked-in nose. There were originally stickers that go on the side here with the arrow pattern. And I did find one in eBay out of England. I think it's got a couple of broken pieces, but we'll bring it all together again. But yeah, very first Lego set, they were introduced in 1973. Of course, I didn't know that then. I was too young to appreciate such things. Anyways, let's go invest into this thing. This is a custom hunting knife, or Skinner rather, that me and my dad bought in a place called Sterling, Alaska. If anyone locally watches, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a sign called Naptown, but Sterling is kind of a cool little place when you go south down the road. Oh, hey, how you doing? You love the live streams? Well, cool, I'm glad. It seemed like they're kind of fun. I'll pop this open. The other night I was looking at how Lego boxes are made, and this is all glued, so I guess they come down the conveyor and probably get glued shut like that. Let's go ahead and dump it. Now, one thing I really do genuinely love about these sets is almost never do they have stickers. And I'm guessing it's still true here. Okay, that's a little different. This piece here, normally these are individual pieces, but this is all one big mold. Is this something that could be used in a mock? Maybe. So with the price of the figures, I'm guessing that you're paying about $20 for the rest of these pieces, and that's not so good. Hey, this looks like a fin hair reuse. Have some actual leaf pieces that we don't normally see. I was hoping that maybe that new leaf piece on that Endor Speed Chase would be here, but I don't see it. Do you see some printed elements? Here's a really big piece here. Golly. If you're building like large buildings, that could save a lot on a mock. Oh, and here's one of those weird tiles. At a flea market, I recently came upon like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these things. And not in this color. They're like dark gray, I think. But I was curious how you could easily interlock them and make a big base. It would probably just have this overhanging piece, but I guess you could put a 1x4 underneath it to smooth it out if it's on display. It's an idea. I got 2 of them. See what I mean? They interlock. That's pretty cool. We got 3 instruction manuals, which is kind of cool. Let's just start with number 1, since it's got the speeder, got the robot on the back, which is cool. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Yes, and I definitely need to learn more about that. About chat, privacy. On Aminar's video, he did have a chuckle about this. And ironically, even the instructions look a little bit more basic. See what I mean? Where it shows your hand with the pieces, but even the color style is like less crisp. Well, at any rate, I'm guessing, boy, I feel silly. I guess we're the bad number 1, right? It should be this one. Okay. I feel convicted if I could have said, well, 4 upset. Okay, we are getting the new style hazy lightsabers. We are still getting the standard lightsaber pieces. And this is something I wanted to see right away here. This is something I was very curious about. Okay. These are the little micro legs. Yeah, great to see you too. Oh, this is set 75358, the Tennu Jedi Temple. It's a 4-up set from the Young Jedi Adventures. I was curious about these legs. I was very curious. Come on, here we go. And I'm probably wrong. Not quite, but I guess I'm a little bit wrong as usual. We got Yoda here, right? Yoda never has folding legs because his legs are so short. And I thought maybe Lego had finally given us folding legs, but they seem like, I guess, boy, they seem shorter than the mid-sized legs, and I don't think I have any figures with the mid-sized legs, but check it out, there's articulation. I mean, Yoda would be slightly taller, just a little bit taller, by about 1 plate. But to give Yoda articulation, is that worth it in a mock? I don't know. Oh, hello, Aminar. Hello, Ron. How you doing? Yeah, they are very basic sets. Like I said, I feel really silly if I didn't put it together correctly. The capes are very basic. I guess we should be grateful to get capes, though. I mean, I'd be really annoyed if it had a waist cape. I know that these figures don't, but you watch, in the future, there might be a waist cape. And that'd be funny. Oh, and this is a hairpiece that, to me, looks almost like... And we do actually have dual face expressions, which I find very interesting. I mean, these are premium figures. The cape may not be, but I see some real possibility here. I see some real possibility. Of course, the new style. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it is from the Tales of the Jedi show. I'm not familiar with it. I don't have streaming here or anything. Okay, there we are. Oh, there he is. So I'll set him here. Don't worry, I won't hold my hand out to put the pieces in. But I want to get something else, but when I saw these little legs, I'm like, you know, I mean, I would never, you know, tear apart figures just for their pieces, but it's something to think about. And like I said, I think I did in my short, I think I remember to say something about that. She also has dual face, which is pretty cool. You know how, I don't know how many guys out there, guys and gals out there follow Ninjago, but Ninjago and even things like Bionicle had, and I know how Ron feels about Bionicle, but was like a proving ground. There's so many pieces, like the little cool little vine piece that we have now that we sometimes use in mocks and some of the sets was originally a Bionicle piece. Hey, DF Brick Pro, hi, how you doing? Yeah, Ryan's here. That's pretty cool. And as usual, you get 2 extra sword hilts or lightsaber hilts. I seen someone's channel where they had made like, I mean, it's non-canon, but they made like a training lightsaber with like a piece of wood, and it was funny. It was really funny because it's like, oh, that's, I never thought about that. You know, it's kind of cool. And this speeder seems a little bit more complicated than the previous ones. And before anyone asks, I'm sure everyone knows how much this set is, right? I had a conversation, someone at Target about it because we were just trying to figure out where in the world the pricing for these 4-up sets comes from. And it's like, wow, you know. Message retracted. Okay, right. But yeah, it's I like the fact that there's no printing. I mean, no stickers. That's of course this particular set. Oh, that's kind of a cool piece. I mean, I've seen it before. We've seen it a lot, but it's a little bit different color there. I mean, it's not a great speeder, but it's one of the other sets. It was all done in one piece. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, addressing that, I did drop a small video. What prompted it was on a reaction channel known as Kaya Simmons Life, a very ugly truth about her that she's been hiding came out, living with. I'm not going to even speak of that here, but so I dropped a video explaining that, talking about that. Wow, that's kind of an interesting use of this Technic piece. That's very cool. I mean, it's not a bad speeder design. Okay. We're getting to the part where I'm a little bit skeptical. I don't like this kind of connection. It's definitely loose. I mean, it's a very secure connection, but and I understand I shouldn't be critical. It is a 4-up set, but I can afford to be critical because these sets are expensive. It does tighten up a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit more basic than I thought it would be, but I mean, I don't know. Is that such a terrible speeder? It'd be easy to modify it out, and someone like me that doesn't have any imagination or lacks imagination, I could get some ideas on building this. I mean, this could be definitely a starting point. Okay, so she gets sheet rides in the speeder. She has no controls, no printed pieces. Her legs do bend. It says her lightsaber goes in the back, but I'm not going to worry about that. So as usual, you'd be trading for young kids and young guys, young adults, I guess. As if where to put that here, we'll just put the extra one back there. There we are. I mean, that way, you know, when you get older, you can do it on a set like this. It's not bad. Like I said, I was just curious. I really was curious how the legs were and how everything was set up. And it is cool that it's in 3 booklets like that. I think that's, I mean, technically, it could be a fun little project. This looks like it's sort of a play feature one. Can't wait to see this. I feel it's been dumbed down a little bit. Oh, thank you, Ryan. I'd love to get 10,000 subs. Jajuna sets are a bit underrated. They are expensive, but they usually come with good makers. Yeah, that's what I was telling the guy at the store. And we were talking about that. I mean, oh, and that's something else I mentioned. I think I put that up in a short today. That big Yavin 4 set, you know, it comes with like 12 figures, right? The Jurassic Park themes, I have been looking at them, but I got to kind of pick and choose my sets. But that Yavin 4 set, it's got like 12 minifigures. So let's just figure that between shipping, what's like $5, right? $4 to $5 flat rate, whatever. And probably at least $4 for a figure. So just because this is my game, figure about $10 a figure. So you got 12 figures, $120. I know the set is $169. That's $170. But I was looking at that going, would I pay $50 for a new in box of all those bricks? I don't know. I mean, maybe I would. I mean, it's kind of interesting, which got me thinking. If Lego wanted to make a lot of money, check this out. What if you were to introduce like a Hoth set? Let's just say a basic trench with two of the turrets, maybe 2 Rebel troopers and maybe 1 snow trooper. You can use them for a casualty. And then come out with something that you call a battle pack or a booster pack with enough bricks to maybe make a single gun and maybe throw a couple more minifigures in. One, it would allow you to have a very realistic build that is very themed to what your set is. Two, you could do other things with the figures. Oh, just an idea. What was the biggest set you have ever built? That goes back to, I think, childhood, and I don't remember what it's called. I mean, probably piece-wise, probably the MTT 7662. It's got like, oh God, you're going to call me. Somebody's going to have to call me on this. I think it's like 1,100, 1,200 pieces. But as far as the biggest set, like, and didn't have as many pieces, it was either that 917, 937, that space set with the Galaxy Explorer, or it was the Alpha Base, because my mom bought me both of those. I had a really bad year in school that year, and some stuff had happened, and yeah, and she bought me those 2 sets over the course of the year, and it wasn't like my birthday present or anything. It was just a gift, and I really like that base because that's where I got my moon plates. They used to make these base plates that has a raised area with the craters. It's really cool getting that. I really, really like that. And I still have most of that set. So I think that's the biggest sets I've ever built as far as being spread out. And piece count, I'm pretty sure it's probably the MTT. I think that'd be the biggest one. I got a UCS TIE Fighter. I don't know. That thing's huge. And it's got tons of those little wedge pieces. Speaking of which, I'd love to have that Death Star 2. That thing is incredible. The Galaxy War is a true time of classic. And the new one, they did justice to it, I think. I think they did a good job with it. Okay, so this is a little training droid, I guess. He spins around. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's basic. I think that everyone's big problem that I see, especially when I talk to that guy at the store, hey, we got the new dull blues. I guess the dull blue is the way we're going forward with this, huh? I mean, it's kind of cool. You could do multiple. I don't know. You could also take that dull blue and put it with one of these extra sabers and make yourself maybe a extra lightsaber for for doing a mock or something. My dad had the old one as a kid, and so I got him the new one. Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. Yeah, it's a really cool set. And I think that's another gripe that some of us have, privately. I mean, I really like Lego, but sometimes, if you've been around a long time like me, you remember some of Lego's greats, like some of their great sets, and you go, man, why can't you guys do that again? And it's almost like different designers and different themes, because like this year, some of the other themes seem like they have a little bit more attention than like Star Wars. Like, I think Star Wars, because it's such a big area, it is so so spread. It just, you know, I don't know. It's everyone's into it. It's such an important thing, and I think that's why we feel when Lego drops a ball. And the U.S. TIE Fighter, okay, has 1660. And MT you're probably talking about is it 1330. Yeah, okay, so the UCS TIE Fighter is probably the biggest set I ever did. Okay. I know that both of those, I kid you not, came off of eBay. And both those are pre-owned sets. I've never had a dead stock either one of those. Hey Jake, how you doing? Oh, the 2006 one. Yeah, there's been some impressive stuff. It's like the A-Wing when that came out. That looked really cool. Is it 2006 or is it 2004? I know Ryan's got one of those sets. I'd see it on his channel. But it is really impressive. I mean, it just looks really, really good. And I like that set a lot. These are extra pieces? Yeah. Yeah, 7662. I remember sitting in the stores and it almost dragged me into the whole Lego sphere. And the reason it didn't was a lot of things were going on at the time, but I mean, I was sitting there looking at it. I even saw one at the store. Hello, Jake. I'm not going to talk about that here. I did address it on a video, but you can think what you want to think, man. But I want to be out. I want to be true of it. But yeah, that was a really cool set, 7662. And I also heard so much negative about the 2015 one, I think. Well, you know, I support freedom of speech. Now, YouTube did send me a message that says I should block people or whatever and do timeouts. And if I don't know how to do that, I can get mods. And that seems so complicated to me, but I'm not really familiar with live stream. I'm actually new to this whole space. And in my life, anyways, I was really support freedom of speech because a lot of times, you know, our views, our thoughts, not the same as everyone else. And I think that the moment a person starts trying to, you know, silence someone else, we're heading down a slippery slope. I mean, we just are. I don't know. I mean, what can you say? Have I ever watched a Jurassic Park movie? Yes. Yes, I did. I watched the original one in the theater, and I think I've seen most of them. I don't know. I know the last one I saw was a volcano, and they've had multiple movies where they go back to different islands. Yeah, the newest one got a lot of hate because the previous one was so great. I went ahead and, despite everyone warning me not to, okay, the Yoda looks pretty basic. I mean, it's almost like a return to the Clone Wars look. He's kind of giving me the creeps, but it's okay. I mean, curiously, his ears they're soft, but they feel like they could be snapped off. Interesting. There's been a lot of videos on different. No, the Yoda is pretty interesting. Yoda, yeah. Well, you know, I got the Christmas Yoda and stuff. He'll be locked up with the rest of them just so he doesn't sneak around at night or something. That's kind of a weird Yoda, like that great big UCS. Was that UCS set? The big Yoda with the eyes that look like they're kind of like following you around the room. You know. It's kind of funny though. Yeah, he does have a lot of hair. I mean, and that's actually in the molding. Oh no. Check the top of his head out. Look. Remember, only the best is good enough. The hair should really have run forward because now it looks like well, it looks like they just dipped the back of his head in a paint mold because that's probably what they did. Oh, oh well, hey, the other figures are great, and that's where we're at. Yeah, it's a funny looking character. But hey, we're here for 4 upset. So I do like these interlocking plates. This could make a mock build kind of easier, depending on what you want to do. If you're doing one of those free-form ones. Lego competition called Mega Construct and Mega Blocks. I have heard the brand Mega Blocks, but I haven't heard of the competitor. No. Hey Ryan, yes, I'm actually on vacation. Golly, back to that whole thing of how much do you want to talk on the internet? I'm on vacation for 5 weeks. We've been really short at work on people, and been working about 70 hours a week, and that means going by on just a couple of hours of sleep, which is not good. I commute about 90 miles. So sometimes somebody calls in sick or I got to cover a shift. I sometimes sleep in my car at work, which is not good. It's not great at all. So I just hold out for that 5 weeks vacation, which usually I take in August right now, and come back usually first week or two of September, which is what I'll probably do this year. They have the Halo and Call of Duty license. Yes, they do. The Halo one, I've actually seen that one. I mean, I've actually owned a couple. Yeah, the hours are really bad. We're short like 28 people, and right before I went on vacation, about a week before, a week and a half before, I hurt my knee and I was on a cane like an old person, and everyone else, like one person sprained their wrist and they took the time off, and it's like, oh my god. Has YouTube paid you yet? No, no, I don't have my watch hours yet. That's a lot. Oh, you have some of the sets. Okay, yeah, no, I am. I don't have the watch hours yet. I just recently started getting more subscribers. I'm definitely learning a lot about YouTube. I'm starting, like I said, when I hit 750, I think is when they started notifying me to start doing lives. And everyone watches different things on YouTube, and I watch some of the antique stuff, of course, firearms, because I do have a second channel. And for some reason, I got into watching reaction videos, which I like some of the reactors, but it's an extremely toxic and kind of scary place to be for YouTube. I mean, it's like if they don't have somebody to pick on, they go after each other. It's horrible. It really is. You've been watching me since 98 subscribers. Watch the channel grow. Oh, well, hey man, I appreciate that. Yeah, early on, I was really torn what direction to go with content. Make it so people can donate on live streams. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I got a message from YouTube that they will notify me when I can do super chats and stickers, super stickers. Yeah, the Lego Mega Constructs figures are kind of cool. Yeah, I would like to see where YouTube goes, and but it's a little bit scary for me because we all have our fears about things, and one of mine is disappointing people. And so I always said, well, I just want to make stuff that's a really basic snap-in fit. But look, it's a little doorway piece. So try to, if you imagine it not being a 4 upset, think of the possibilities you could do with that for like building something, especially this color. Are those bunk beds and Star Wars sets? Oh, well, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. A very basic bunk bed. You could, sorry, Yoda. I was about to make a joke about that movie Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, this is a really cool piece. And this is what I mean about these 4-up sets. And I had to swallow a big pill for the price tag. I mean, it's ugh. But I'm like, it's like whenever Lego comes up with a cool piece or a new item, it's like they try it out on these sets first, and it's kind of a cool place to start because, how should I say this? I think that these sets are not meant for their big number of collectors or even their big audience. So if they put out something really weird in a 4-up set, they can always say, "Hey, it's a 4-up set." Now I'm talking, and apparently I put this together wrong. That's funny. Oh, that is hysterical. I remember there was a raised base plate place that came in an old set. Yeah, Ryan, I'm sure you're right. I bet you that the expense is exactly that. It's because of these weird pieces that they make. Yeah, these larger molds. I got a few of these. They are exclusive, huh? It was a nice theme. More plastic. Also, I mean, if they never make this piece again, or if they don't use it in anything else, um, it is kind of a waste. It may never be out there again. And if you have to bricklink the piece later, ouch. So I guess it goes in like so. It is pretty basic. I mean, and I'm not familiar with that piece at all. I'm not familiar with that one. It's pretty different. Yeah, the Lego Phaser Disc smiles. Yeah, it is a nice piece for like monks. Yeah, Ron, I would. It's been long. I mean, I'm old, so my mom's telling me just hang in there. I actually talked to Human Resources about quitting this year, just on a good note, and they're like, "Don't do that." They say, "Don't be an idiot," because end of September is my 10-year anniversary, and I get all the free medical or something like that. I don't remember what is part of my retirement, and it's like, just hang in there. But yeah, but my grandfather used to tell me, and he's right. There's always something wrong. He said, the best job, the job that you love the most to do. This isn't true so much of today's social media jobs, but definitely the 9 to 5s is true. He said the best job, you're getting paid to do something that someone either doesn't want to do or they can't do. Go check the reaction on you. Okay, thank you. Always love your videos and passion. Keep your head up. Oh, thank you very much. I thought that this rock piece, this boulder, would be the most valuable one, but it's not. I do like the clear or the trans blue one. Did you guys see that video from is it Coconut Brick Studios, where he made that really cool? He used a couple of these for like something to do with the Gungans. It came out pretty good. I was a little skeptical, but it came out really good. Yeah, I do like the Lego sets, and that is a nice printed piece. Look at that. It's a nice looking piece. And anyone who's ever done the older sets, especially dark reddish brown, these things are expensive on eBay. And on Bricklink, they look cheap until you pay the shipping and you realize they're coming from England, and then you're like crying the blues. And that happened to me recently. Wow, that's fantastic, yeah. I tried to talk to you yesterday during the live stream, but you did not check the chat. Sorry about that. Yeah, I kind of got blocked out. I got hung up with that guy, Mr. Jake. Great for Jedi Temple. It is. All right, man, I'm going to go to sleep because it's 1:30. Say, okay, yeah, you better get sleep and take care of yourself. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, you too. Take care of yourself. Yeah, it's only 9:30. That's what I said. Alaska Standard Time. Hey, a long time ago, Alaska had like multiple time zones. We still do, but it's way out in the Aleutians, and that doesn't really matter. See you guys. Take care. Thanks for dropping by. Snap. You know, the new Lego pieces just don't sound like the old ones. The old ones just make like a squeaky sound. How's Alaska? Actually, I think it's great. I got a lot of cousins down like Tennessee and stuff. And my first time I went, oh, that's weird. First time I went down there, it was July and it was raining at Tri-Cities Airport. And it was like 96 degrees. And I'm going, oh my goodness, I don't believe this. This is horrible, you know. I felt like I was going to melt. But yeah, you know, those reaction channels, all those channels, that's all they do is live streams, basically. I mean, some of them are just like hours and hours. And sometimes because my schedule changes, like I'm supposed to work 4 10s, basically like a couple 11-hour shifts, one's like a 9-hour shift. But one of them you get off at like midnight, and then the next day you have to be back at like 10, so it's kind of, that one's pretty tough. But with the overtime, sometimes it runs over. What's the hottest it gets in Alaska? Probably up in Fairbanks or a place called St. Mary's where I worked once. Fairbanks, I mean, I've seen 80s up there, but in St. Mary's, which is also interior Alaska, I lived there, worked there for 5 years. In the winter, I kid you not, I checked the temperature twice, plus on the city's thermometer. It hit 80 below zero, and in the summer, I've seen it hit 83 degrees above. So that's over 100 degrees difference between winter and summer, and that is just terrible. Actually, that's not human. What got me into collecting? Yeah, that's harder than people thought. Actually, what got me into collecting was actually MNR's videos, the real versus fake. That old, is it Rebels era? The little troop transport's got 4 stormtroopers with at the time we thought they were kind of weird looking stormtrooper heads. Boy, I was schooled on that. Yeah, the 80 below is really cold. I mean, like, a city would warn you about not being out in that temperature, because it's just too cold, and you can like freeze. In fact, there's a little bit of trees out there, and the trees they actually burst. I feel confused here. Okay, let's follow the instructions. Let's see. No, I don't see it. Come on, guys. Are you kidding me? Unless you put this thing through the bottom, but that doesn't make sense. Unless it doesn't sit anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna actually leave that aside to make sure I didn't miss anything. That's embarrassing. Yeah, you did inspire me. Thank you, Ryan. Here in Boston in the winter, it's pretty cold. I bet. That's something else too. I started 2 years ago, and it's just sad seeing what I missed. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that today when I was over at there at Target. Is all these sets there, and I kept thinking to myself, you know, years later, you're going to say, "Oh man, this is a Target exclusive, and that's a Target exclusive," and it's like, I mean, you can't buy them all. I mean, I guess you could try to buy them all, but realistically, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, oh, that doesn't actually attach. Okay, maybe that is right then. You want to see a mysterious building technique here, which, yeah, you got to be kidding. I thought I'd actually misbuilt something because it's so weird. Here, it shows those 2 pieces, and then it shows this, but it shows this weird green peg, right? It doesn't show this on a stud. So no matter what you do, it won't stand there. Yeah, the bounty hunters. Yeah, I like the bounty hunters. So I put this leaf piece through here, and it looks just like the picture, but it doesn't show it in the instructions. And then this attaches to it, and you got the plant, which is kind of funny. But I don't think that's right. I don't know. Maybe it just sits there. I don't get that one. And I feel, I'm old enough to admit that I may not be able to assemble a 4-up set. I do like this clear rod. I don't know if these are particularly valuable, but was it that Tatooine set where it had the little probe droid thing, not probe droid, but the thing that Luke practices against, which should technically have been with the Millennium Falcon, because that's where it was when Obi-Wan said he got, when Alderaan was destroyed. And then this rock just goes on top, and I guess it hovers like so. So I guess it's being levitated. Yeah, I don't know about this thing here. Maybe just set it in there. I don't know. That seems awfully weird. Yeah, I don't know about that. This is just a suggestion. If you do the Bounty Hunters, there's a Lego Star Wars set called Cad Bane's Speeder. It comes with 3 different Bounty Hunters and some rare clones. Cool set. I have seen the Cad Bane figure. I did not know about the set, though. Thank you, Ryan. The Bounty Hunter set, I think it's only unpopular because it's just because you get those named characters. That's the only reason. Ryan, so you think I should ban the Jake guy from the live stream? I guess if he pops up again, I will. I haven't seen him for a while. I mean, what's your opinions? I mean, well, I guess you just told me your opinion, but you think the freedom of speech is that important? But YouTube says if it makes other people feel uncomfortable, that I should ban them. So I guess we'll go by that. We'll let the chat decide. Yeah, unnamed characters so you can get lots of them. And on the other hand, though, if you were doing, I don't know, if you're doing like a big mock with like, and you want like Jedi casualties, like if you're going to do the arena there on Geonosis, it might be kind of cool to modify some of the characters, like, I don't know, maybe take Bosk or something, see if you can make a Jedi out of him. That's true. Yeah, he does seem to be gone now. Just wait to see if he comes back. And this is that little stove thing with that milk. I think that's from that one Luke set. And that weird cookie print, which it does appear throughout the different Lego sets. Oh, I see how that's made. Interesting. And I guess it just sort of locks into the back like so. Cad Bane's Speeder came out in 2010. You can buy one used for under $100. Really? Okay. If he comes back, I guess we'll see about that. And curiously, they don't actually show how to install this. I mean, I know how they install it. It goes right here. But it's, so there's the little ladder for the bunk bed, I guess. Though, I do like the set overall. I find it to be a little strange. Okay, the crystals goes up here. See, they got a lot of stuff that they're not really showing. Almost like Lego got tired of showing the details. It's showing an alternate build that you can, of course, put the lightsabers on the click here. Yeah, the minifigures are fantastic on these 4-up sets. And I'm still kind of bothered about this plant here. I don't quite get that. It is definitely another Star Wars set. I heard you were trying to ban me because I'm speaking the truth. No, we're just talking about if you make people uncomfortable. That's all, Jake. Let's try to keep the conversation on Lego. That's what I would ask you to do. I want to get the Slave one that came with the older boss so I can do a comparison video of the new versus old. Yeah, the boss character is kind of interesting. I guess that is how the plant goes. I guess you stand it up on the base there, which is kind of weird, but otherwise it won't stay upright, so. It was a great ship set, absolutely. So, so the plants aren't really attached. It's kind of different for Lego. And they do give you an extra cookie. And we got an extra yellow Technic piece. Oh, for the droid. And there's one of these extra floral pieces, which could be used for a plant. I found my son. Okay, like I said, can you just keep your conversation on the Lego sets or onto these weird Yoda sets? Oh, Lego, check that out. I mean, isn't that funny? The printing, he's got the hood print on the back and on the front, but there's no side printing. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's a weird Yoda. But I like these little bendable minifig legs, though. That's kind of cool. I guess this Yoda's better. And you know what's sad? It's cheaper. Comes with this set here. Which, by the way, wasn't there one of these released, the Yoda Starfighter? Was this released like it's not that long ago and it looks remarkably like this one? I thought it was like just a couple years ago. I thought. Oh, you had the old one? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a surprise that one popping out. It's kind of a neat one to find, though. The same set? Okay. New stickers and windows? Okay, that's all it is, because I don't have the older one. And I just saw pictures of it, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool, you know? And I'm like, God, I've seen it before. It looks familiar. It'd really be hard to improve on R2. He looks really good these days. So yeah, this is a pretty cool set. I mean, like I said, what's my favorite set from the new releases coming? I think it might be the Coruscant gunship. I don't know. I don't own it yet. I'd like to see it in person. Okay, Jake. You have your opinions, I have mine. But yeah, I definitely, that Coruscant gunship, I like the colors of it. My understanding is definitely going to be smaller. I'm not sure if that's going to detract too much. Oh, message is held for review. Okay. Let's try something here. Oh. Let's see. Oh, I see. Stop. Oh, message deleted. That's interesting. Oh, I just touched a Jake name and put it on timeout. A timeout. So that's how it works. Yeah, they also, when I touch that screen, it says, do you want to make anyone a moderator? So I see how that works. There's definitely a lot to learn about this. Well, I just didn't want him to weird anyone out. I mean, kind of an interesting name. Makes me wonder if I looked up on YouTube. Yeah, Ryan. Well, if you follow those reaction channels out there, um, if you follow those reaction channels, I mean, the way they go after each other, and the joke one of them was saying was, you're finally getting somewhere on YouTube when you have the haters. That until that happens, you're just not getting any traction. Oh, actually, some of my very first comments were very funny. I just did a timeout. I didn't ban them. I didn't see the thing for banning. But yeah, it's like, oh my goodness. And actually, I met one of my trolls in real life, which was so funny. Oh, thank you, Ron. I don't know if that's true, but I appreciate the compliment. I just keep going back to the thing of like, if we don't have a free speech forum, what can you really do? What do we have if you don't have free speech? Oop, sounds like wash went off. I picked up a few things at the thrift store. I was out doing some errands and dumped off some junk at Goodwill and got my little 20% off. So I found a stuffed BB-8 and some other stuff for like next to nothing. That's that Samsung thing. I wish it didn't have that tone. I probably should learn how to turn that off. Oh, it turned off. Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan. I mean, basically, there was a cartoon I read in the newspaper a few years back when the internet wasn't what it is now. But there's a little kid, and father's like tucking him into bed, and he asked his father, "Is there any real trolls in the world?" And the father's mind pictures this guy with like greasy hair at a computer in the darkness, and he goes, "Yes, there are real trolls." What? Huh. Okay. Got some weird message on this. I'm not used to these iWatches either. Yeah, yeah, definitely. If you don't like people who sit and troll each other, like I said, I went on this one thread when I was first playing with YouTube. I had trouble sleeping at night and got on one of somebody's live stream, and I'm going, "Are these people serious? What are they saying to each other? Why are they saying these things?" And so then I got curious, and tapped out, and I started looking at the background. So they're going, "Oh my God, they're speaking the truth of each other. Oh, these are terrible people." Yeah, it is the internet. I mean, it's totally. You hide behind a weird name now. That's something. I'll be honest. I don't know how you all got started on YouTube, but I thought it'd just be fun to be in the community, and I didn't know anything. So when they asked me if I wanted to put a name in, when Google or YouTube did, I'll just take the default, not realizing it's my real name on my Google account. So now my real name's out there. I don't why bother. And the other thing is the channels I watched at first were mostly reaction. Like I said, it's CMNR quite a bit, and also Brixar. And there was one called Life of Lego. Whatever happened to him? Because I haven't seen him upload forever. Anyways, and I watched a lot of vloggers, and they would show their faces and showed going places. And so I immediately went thinking that was the way to do it. And then I watched people who do like stacking videos, like gold, silver, and firearms videos. I realized a lot of people never show their faces. So I'm like, ooh, but it's kind of too late change show. Well, I just got started because my friends started making channels. I thought it would be fun. It is. That's what I think. I mean, that's what I'm here for, is to be in a sphere where we can just talk about Lego or whatever and just kind of get away from the real stuff, get away from maybe things going on in your life or not going on in your life. And not to mention, and it's also been a nostalgia thing, by the way. You ever want to see the original brittle parts? It's these blue parts on these old builds. Man, these things used to like crack. I dropped one when I was a kid, and it actually cracked the wingtip off. This one's in good shape. That one is, but sweet. Do you need to build up your channel one day? It'll become something big, but you have to keep going when making your channel. There'll always be negative people. Yeah, you're Ryan. You're absolutely right. I actually, someone reached out to me from the reaction channels today too, and they were talking about just keeping up with the grind and just don't stop. I have some of the old Pearl Blue Super Battles. I only have one, and he's got a cracked arm. Should I buy parts to complete them or sell the parts? Joints are cracked, which is surprising since it was in an old bin. Yeah, the plane is cool. The old pearly blue. Now Ron knows probably more about those than I do, but I do know that even now the Super Battle droids. I mean, well, all the droids actually, those joints are really weak. But that pearl blue was very beautiful, but it really seemed to crack a lot. I don't know what to tell you. I kind of looked for an arm for mine because my arm's got a crack in it. It's not broken loose; it's just very floppy. But the only person I found on eBay who had one, he wanted like $55 for it. And I'm going, oh my goodness, are you kidding? And then it's gone, it's sold. So maybe I'm the dumb one. Maybe I shouldn't buy it. But yeah, they are worth a lot. And that blue, I don't know if it was a color that made them weak or if it was just a design. Oh, here, Jake's back again. He's out of his timeout. Let's see what he has to say. Do you have the audacity to continue to make videos? I think so, because I think it's a good way to continue to spread positivity and going forward. I disagree. Not really a bad person, but we've made funny mistakes and things. Oh, message is held for review. What do you guys in the chat think? Should we try a permanent ban or try to see what else YouTube recommends? Because I don't really care myself. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their opinions and thoughts. No. Okay. Well, at least Jake answered. I mean, I just asked if he should be banned, and he said no, so I'll count that as a no then. Okay. Well, that's okay, Jake. I mean, that's true. Absolutely true, Jake. Can't deny that. And you do too. Stop. Stop what? Oh my goodness. This is almost actually more fun. Pretty soon it's going to be every other message will say message is held for review. Oh my goodness, this is entertainment. Well, no, Jake, I mean, you can't get hurt feelings, If you want to be a troll, if you want to come out and say things, I mean, what my dad always said is, you gotta, if you're going to dish it out, you gotta be able to take it. That's the whole thing. I mean, that's the way it is. That's actually by his own. Okay. I don't know. I don't really want to ban him because, it's like when I was in school, there was a kid that was very troubled. And all the teachers and all the schools always try to force him to cut in line. And it just doesn't work. You sometimes have to reach down and show someone. show them compassion, show them forgiveness, show them, you know. And you know what? Sometimes it doesn't work. And I now realize something too, but yeah, it's no, Jake, I'm afraid you're not. I know the name of the predator. Yep, sadly I do. And on some other forum, maybe over a cup of Starbucks coffee. Nope, wrong again. Wrong again. Watch out, the Yoda will curse you. Oh my goodness, this is an evil looking Yoda. But the other figures are really cool though, I think. And this hairpiece is really cool in her. Look at that. Or headpiece. Oh, is she one of those, yeah, that might be more of a headpiece. But this is definitely, like, it looks like a fin reuse, except that the sides are a little bit different. So, not quite. I see a lot of fin in that one. And all these printed pieces. I mean, this droid part could easily be modified to a yeah, but you have to. I have to ban him. Okay. All right. I guess he must have said something bizarre. Yeah, I will have to ban him. Okay. He did cross the line. Look at that. I just made a new astromech droid. Well, when he pops up again, I guess let's see. Hold on a minute. Maybe I can do it right here. Do I do remove or do I do report? Comment has been removed. I did report him to YouTube. They even have a big space on how to do it. Yep. I used to always mix up my astromech droids to make new ones. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if the ban went through, but the report went through. So, but yeah, that actually works out really good. That's one of the problems. I mean, that's one of the great things about the Lego figures, but it's also a problem too. But sometimes you have to come up with new figures or new ideas, you know. And I think that's totally one way to do it. I guess I don't have to have a Lego figure to mess with. Just sometimes I get a little stage fright just reading comments. All I need for the Blue Super Battle Droid are one arm and two legs. Oh, that's not bad, I guess. The body is the important thing. God, he's still here, huh? Okay. Let's try this and let's see. Huh. Wow. Yep, he's only back for a little while. We tried another one of those YouTube things. Yeah, the boss figure is really great, actually. But yeah, this old plane, it is missing the stickers that go here. There was stickers like in an arrow shape. But I did a little short about it. I found one on eBay. Unfortunately, it come from England, so you know what that means. But someone out there, I don't remember who it was, asked me. Yeah, his message just disappeared. I use a hidden and delete button on this screen. See how that works. So what's everyone's opinion? Is this 4-up? Is it worth the price? Sometimes Oh yeah, the shipping is like very expensive. Jedi Bob is out there. You can find him. You can just pay for him. I almost wonder if he couldn't be made. I mean, the heads are out there. Can you make one of the people? You mean like a mod? I guess I could do that. Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's the Yoda is the key thing. It's like, seriously, if Yoda wanted to really troll the buyers of Lego, what they could do is include this with the UCS set. Even as a joke, it would be funny. Yeah, Travis the Gold Line. Yeah, I'll look into how to mod people and get with me on that. I mean, I don't know if you want to do it right now, or I'm not sure how far it goes into. We're over an hour into the live stream. I'll try that, I guess. Let's see. Add as moderator. I don't know if that works or not. Okay. It says you're now a standard moderator. Okay. Yeah, it's the eyes. I mean, and also the color of the green. I mean, he almost looks like one of those old Greedos, you know? I mean, like this is the most recent Yoda I have. And his ears seem like a little softer than usual, but then this guy here, I mean, I don't know. It's just such a throwback to the Clone Wars. So I'm kind of glad to see him, but it's a little off-putting too. Now I want to make the world's largest Super Battle Droid army with just pearl blue battle droids. That would be interesting. And they are beautiful. They are really beautiful. How many guys out there have you noticed? Like, it just seemed recently that some of the sets really went up. Like, I know what I was asking about. That Rise of Skywalker. Some of the sets from that have just really gone up. Does anyone know what Porgs go for nowadays? I know they've kind of gone up. Well, I guess I could check into that. I guess Lego, was it Lego Porg? Lego Star Wars Porg, is it? Set 75230. Most boring set I ever built. Really haven't had any that really bugged me. I mean, anytime you do like an AT-AT or something, you got the leg builds. Probably that Yoda's Dagobah set with all those towels you're putting down, that was a little bit rough. Okay. I mean, it's not super expensive yet. But the Porg, $158, 24 shipping. That's almost a $200 set. And I don't believe that was the most popular set. Oh, Ewok fillers for fun. Yeah, yeah, the Porg is, I don't know. But that bomber was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool set, actually. It looked cool in the movie. It didn't quite make the sense I think they should have, but I understand what they based on. I understand why they did it the way they did. But this is kind of fun, though, just doing live stream to talk about stuff. I know when I go back to work, it's going to become almost impossible, which I'll probably go to try to do a Saturday. I will try to schedule like a Saturday stream. I think my very first one was a Saturday stream. Yeah, Chewbacca eating them. Yeah, I know that was something. Speaking of which, I think I got that one fake Chewbacca upper body too recently. Yeah, they just sit and watching. Yeah, I haven't. I might have to rewatch those movies. I think my favorite. I mean, well, Episode 4 almost has to be my favorite because I watched it as a kid. But Empire Strikes Back too. But I really like the prequel. I know that's not popular, but I was like the look of Naboo actually in the kind of the beginning of it. Oh, okay. Jake is back as a PS5 gamer. Okay, so it's a sock account. Empire Strikes Back is very cool, especially with the AT-ATs. That is very cool. That's a very cool one. Oh, thank you, my mod. That works out really good. I guess that works. Okay, we're learning stuff about how to. Episode 6 is really great too. Yeah. Did you ever get onto some of those channels? Like, is it Gretzky's or talking about like the dark side of being a clone warrior or clone trooper and the dark side of the Ewoks and stuff? Thank you for removing them. Yeah. So that's what the mods is for. Okay. Yeah, the Clone Wars. It was that was really epic. I was like the generation. I like all the Star Wars, man. I think someone who didn't had never watched Star Wars at work when they got COVID, they told me they watched all 6 episodes, and they watched Solo, and I think they watched Rogue One too. That's a lot, but they're like it's really interesting to see Anakin grow up. You know. Thank you. Episode 6. Yeah, I definitely. That's probably for the Imperial shuttle. That is really cool. Plus, you got the Death Star 2 with that construction look. That's a very cool set. I guess all this. I mean, I was a little kid when I watched that scene of the Tantive 4 and that shootout there between the rebel soldiers and the stormtroopers. I mean, that was really good to see that. Not to mention, seeing the Tusken Raiders for the first time was cool, and Tatooine. They had that ambush on Fenric set too, over at, is that Ferrix or Fenrix? Ferrix set ambush. There at Target also today is pretty cool. One of your viewers told me it's fun to watch your live stream. It was such a new idea back then. As everybody in the theater was probably shocked. Yeah, I'm sure they were. Well, thank you, Ryan. Yeah, it's kind of funny how movies have evolved. I mean, like if you really watch the old movies, they don't show certain things, and then they sort of evolve. Some of the big villains in the old black and white movies. I always found Darth Vader to be really shocking. In fact, when I was in college, where one of our professors was saying that was one of his favorite movies was Episode 4. He's just because it was such a clear image of good and evil. CGI does help nowadays. I was kind of curious. So, Ryan, you think I should start doing daily live streams and get more watch hours? You're probably right. The old Batman villains are hilarious. Oh, God. Is that Adam West? Is that the original 60s Batman? I have actually seen that. I mean, it was a long time ago. Yeah, it's from the 60s. I mean, and it was meant to be silly and fun. By the way, you think people would be really mad if Robin Boy Wonder came back? Yeah, the Joker. But the Joker was still kind of creepy, kind of scary actually, even though he was meant to be ridiculous. The Penguin was ridiculous, but the Joker, it just seemed like he could go both ways. Even back then, it was just he was definitely probably the more unhinged, I guess. But yeah, I definitely get the watch hours up, and what I've been doing lately, just letting the kind of phone battery die because I can't really reach a charger where it's at. I was planning with maybe trying to get the computer going, but I have to hotspot everything, so it's kind of rough. I know it's probably getting late for everyone out there. Except up here, it's only 10:15 here. Yep, the legs and everything are the same. But I think that I don't know, from a collector's point of view, the 4-up sets, I mean, I would think that a lot of them would not survive being unopened. Kind of a funny green color. Some definitely curious pieces here, though. Special molds. $2.17 for me. I'm going to hit the hay. Have a great night. Thank you, MNR and Boss Productions. Thanks for the live stream. Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's getting kind of late here, too, actually. I mean, gotta start cleaning everything up. So, yeah. Bye. Yeah, night, man. Have a good one. Yeah, I mean, that's why I got started on those, watching those live streams from some of those other creators. And oh, good night to you too. Have a good one. So people have these live streams all night long, and I don't know, kind of interesting. Oh, see you, Ryan. Have a good one. You know, it's 78 minutes in. Maybe I'll probably wind it down here soon. Night. My battery's probably running down this side. It's really been great talking to you all, though, and really enjoy this, actually. It is a feeling of community that I think I feel better in here. I mean, it's a little bit scary because, you just make like a video, you can just record something and edit. Thank you, Ryan. That's really kind of you. Thank you very much for the support. Appreciate that, man. You definitely inspired me to do YouTube, so. Oh, it's summer for you? Okay. I guess we'll just stay to the end then. I think it'll run a few more minutes. We'll just talk if you got any questions or. But back to these figures, though. I mean, these things are pretty good. These things actually look really good. Yeah, I do enjoy the conversations. This feels more of a community. Like I thought this is kind of what I was looking for in YouTube. Although watching people's videos are fun and making comments, but one of the things someone mentioned, I don't think they're here. I know they're not here, but they mentioned that it gets sad that as if someone on YouTube, they get larger or they get more and more followers or what have you, it's hard for them to answer things, and it kind of touched a thing with me. Yeah, he definitely is absolutely inspirational. Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that. Um, and because there was I don't know what channel it was, Vark, I think, is a reaction channel. That's what I watch a lot of, that and true crime too. And I made a comment on a video, and I just recently got an answer back. It was like a year ago. And so, but he's got like, yeah, thank you, Ryan. It was great having you here. Really appreciate that. Definitely great having you here, man. Hey, I'm sure you got a Lego collection that we can only imagine. Yeah, that Lego's great though. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure pretty much all the Lego fans are like, I mean, without us, where would Lego be, right? They'd find out how many sets little kids really buy then. Yeah, a little more than you. It is good plastic, and it really is. And by buying Lego sets, even these 4-up sets, sends a message to Lego to make more. Try out different things, and maybe even unintentionally bring us pieces that we can use. I really do like that droid. And I bet you that if you go on eBay and you were to try to buy this separately, I bet you pay a lot for it. I bet you would. And that's kind of how I've been looking at some of the sets recently. Is you look at these sets, and rather than just seeing it as a play set, you're going, okay, what's some of the figures in there? What's some of the parts there? Better than Kim Kardashian's plastic? Probably. Yeah, because I have a mod that will probably help things out a lot, actually. Thanks, Ryan, for that. Yeah, the cardboard for the blind bags. Is that just to keep people from picking up the good ones? Because I haven't seen any of the new CMFs. I haven't seen the new ones yet. I've seen the Disney ones, and they're just sitting. They're just sitting at Fred Meyer there on Muldoon's got some. Oh, the bartender one. Yeah, that's one with the yeah, the blind boxes. That's the one with the famous slave Leah too, isn't it? Yeah, Lego does drop those sets that become worth a lot. They absolutely do. Just a plate and 2 cups. Yeah, it goes just between the head, doesn't it? I that's sometimes why I like to sit down and just dig out some of my old sets and just look at them. I did see there's some of the stuff about the new Venator coming out. Cardboard's probably cheaper, plus it probably packs easier for them. Yeah, the new Venator I'm pretty excited about. Yeah, that's gonna be something. And I've been kind of torn, like, do I want a Star Destroyer or do I want to get the? I mean, I guess if I could just have one just for the exclusivity, I guess I would probably like to have the Death Star too. But plus, it wouldn't probably take as much room lengthwise. Yeah, it's finally happening. Apparently, I'd seen a few leaked images they're talking about out there, and what it's going to be with it. It sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty amazing, actually. That's where I saw it too. October 1st, huh? Well, I think I'll probably be getting the gunship first. Yeah, I've seen your original sets you have, and Ryan, didn't you buy a new one in box that you're going to keep for display? What is it? Set 8091, something like that. Captain Rex, that'll be cool. Yeah, they said it definitely could be better. I just wish the waistcapes were still here. I mean, they could easily just do a print around the legs and, and include a waistcape. Probably get one to keep in the box. Yeah, that's probably. I know I got an awful lot of box Lego sets. Some just because I don't have the room to put them in. I don't just want them to just be huge dust collectors. I know when my coworkers bought the Titanic and also the AT-AT, like, wow. Oh, thank you. Clearance? I don't know. Maybe. There was a few sets up here been kind of on clearance, but yeah, BH Videos, thank you very much. I guess this does have a more community feel to it. Ooh, battery is definitely running down on this thing. What time is it? Got 10:30. Oh, 10:29. It was definitely a pleasure talking to all you guys. You want to just end the stream now and you guys have a good night? Yeah. Oh, so you see the video, yeah. Yeah, thank you. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, this was very cool here. Thanks for someone this was suggested. It's really nice. Stream seems to be working pretty fast here. Might be some dropouts. I don't know how good the connection is from that end. Devil VIP point. Oh, he says AT-AT. Wow, that's nice. The UCS gunship was just a disappointment. I like this set, but yeah. They didn't listen to the fans about the figures, boy. They could have such a good chance to do something exclusive. Yeah, have a great night, you guys. Agreed. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream now. You guys have a great night, okay? Take care of yourselves. Really appreciate everyone being out here. It is too big. It is a good, yeah, good night, you guys. Have a good one. Take care. Night, Ryan. Thanks for dropping in. Boss videos, BH videos. Thanks for all. You all have a good night. As I always say, take care. Ciao. Bye, man. Thanks for the mods, too.